So I'm sure you've heard the saying, don't reinvent the wheel. Well, teachers are notorious for masterfully borrowing and reusing information to save themselves time. And Flipgrid has just the right tool for doing that. And it's called the Discovery tool. It used to be called the Disco Library. So if you are looking for the Disco Library, it's now known as Discovery. And so what I'm going to do is take a look in the Discovery tab and show you what kinds of things you can find. This enables you to be able to start using a Flipgrid conversation or discussion without having to do it from scratch. So you'll notice there's a total of topics. At the time of creating this video, there are over 36,000 topics, and they're created by the Flipgrid community. Now at the top, you're going to see some featured topics, and these are ones that are featured for whatever reason. They've been selected to be featured by Flipgrid. There are also some topics for you. So based on what you've put into your profile, it will choose a few topics that it feels like that you may like. You can also submit one of your discussions as a topic to the library, and if it's selected, it'll be added to this Discovery Library. Here's a topic of the day. This one changes every day. So this is someplace that you really might want to take a look at to see if there's something. This is generally something that's about a topic in the news, or it could be because of a holiday or an approaching event. So that's a good place to look. There's also a wonder of the day. A lot of those are from Wonderopolis Educator, and those are going to be fun and get your students' minds really thinking. Then you have some subjects tabs down in Browse Subjects, where if you needed some specific to science or history or design, you can click on a subject and narrow it down that way. There's also a section on trending topics, so those that are really trending and being used a lot in Flipgrid, as well as categories from partners. You'll notice the Met, Scholastic, those are all partners for Flipgrid, and so they create lessons to use specifically in Flipgrid. Next, you'll see some inspiring creators. So they do post a few specific creators who have been putting lots of topics into the Discovery Zone. And so I'm going to keep going. There are featured collections. So you can see now, because of the month that I'm filming this in, we have Celebrating Asian and Pacific Island Heritage, Mental Health Awareness, and some different ones across here. You can just use the toggles to keep browsing. Women's history, race, equity, and justice. Lots of common topics in that featured collection. But here is where some of the magic will happen as you are looking for something to use as a topic for discussion. This area has an ability to be able to choose a specific subject. So let's say I want to do digital citizenship. I can also look in the community, or do I want to look for all the community? Do I want to look for those that are just specific to elementary school? Do I want to do more than one? I can do elementary and middle. There are lots of different areas. There's even some for media specialists or professional for parents. And then you can also enter search terms into this as well. So depending on what it is that you're wanting to do, you can add those in, and then you can search the topic. So if I'm looking for digital citizenship for elementary, maybe I want something specific on bullies. So maybe I'll look for bullies to see if, and then they have some things on cyberbullying, or lots of different things. What is cyberbullying? So let's say that I see one and I see, oh, this one's been used 42 times. So this one may be one that's really good. I may want to take a look at it. So what you can do, if you click on the person's name, you're going to see information about that user. But I want to click on the actual title and let's look at it. So when this card comes open, you're going to be able to see the leading image or Giphy that is used for that. It'll say a little bit about what it's about. And you notice this one, they put the Immersive Reader icon so it can read what's here. I can see the community this was posted in, the subject, how many times it's been saved to a collection, and how many times it's been used. Now, the great thing about this is if this is one that I want to come back and look at later, I can click Save to Collection, and I can add it to my favorites or add it to a collection that has a title. So maybe I'm making collections on digital safety and cybersecurity, so I could create a collection, but I'm just going to add this to my favorites for a little bit, and you'll see that it's been saved to my collection. Now, if you look at it and you like what it says, you can actually click Add Topic, and you can add that as an individual topic or add to a group. So I want to go ahead and add it as an individual topic, and you'll see it opens up and allows me to use the content that this creator started with. I can edit it a little bit. I could change the image. I can change the prompt. I can decide how I want my students to interact with it, whether or not I want it moderated. I can even change the attachment link. So it gives me an idea of how to get started with this particular topic. So let's say I've made all my changes. So I can click Update Topic. So now that's actually one of my discussion topics. So I went into the discovery area, I found a topic I liked, and then I was able to use it as one of my discussions. If you do go through and submit a topic to the discovery area, you will find those in My Library, and these are things you've submitted. But the other thing you'll find is anything that you've favorited. You'll notice I just favorited this a little bit ago, so now it's showing up in My Library. So this is after you find some that you like, you can come in, you can see all the ones that you favorited and decided to use, and any that you have submitted to Discovery. So this is just a great place to get ideas, to kind of get your own wheels spinning so that you can find how other teachers are using it and see how you will use Flipgrid in your classroom by not reinventing the wheel, not starting from scratch, but finding something that's appropriate for your students and then customizing it even further for your classroom.